Good morning and welcome to our kitchen. I'm Gordy Galusha,
I'm Nancy Ostrush.
and this is our 271st program. And today we're going to be making a biscuit-topped Italian casserole and a mint brownie pie. And we're going to start off with Nancy.
Okay, not for very long, but I just want to get started on my recipe. And this will be a casserole featuring ground beef. So I have a pound of, I'm using 85%, your choice, I would say. And I'm going to brown the pound in my frying pan here. And when it is all cooked, I will drain it. And when Gordy comes back to me, we will continue on with the recipe. Over to you, sir. Lady.
Okay. Today I'm going to make a mint brownie pie, which is very easy to make. In my pot here I have a large saucepan, and I melted 2 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate and 6 tablespoons of butter. And now I'm going to add in my sugar, which is a cup. I'm going to add my eggs, my vanilla. Whoa, Bessie, where are you going? Okay, I'm going to mix this all up. Now I'm going to add in my flour, which is a half a cup. Make sure it's incorporated well before you put it in your pan. And I have a springform pan that this is going into. Okay, make sure you get all the flour in. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pour this into a greased springform pan. This is all you have to do to make the brownie part. Okay, I'm going to smooth it out. Don't forget to spray your spring pan here with a little Pam. Then you put it in a 350-degree oven for 18 to 20 minutes. Okay. Put it in for 20. 19. Okay, ready to go back to Nancy.
Okay, well, I am not ready. Okay, my hamburg, or my ground beef, has been drained. And to this I'm going to add an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. and 3/4 of a cup of water. But what I did, I want a little extra flavor, so I have a bouillon cube that I've melted in it. I'm just pouring it in to get all the tomato sauce. And also, it called for pepper, but I'm using salt and pepper to taste. And garlic powder, which wasn't in the recipe, but I am adjusting, and you very often do the same thing with recipes. Make it your own a little bit. Now I'm going to cover this and simmer it, and it said 15 minutes. Now I don't know why 15 minutes. It seems as though this is cooked, and we're just trying to get it up to temperature and to simmer a little while. So I'm going to say 10 minutes. I'm going to let even that covered just to simmer it. And we will break again. We will come back when that time is up. Okay, my 10 or so minutes are up. I have been simmering my pound of ground beef, my 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, and my 3/4 of a cup of water, which I did put a bouillon cube in to make it a little more flavor to it. And then salt, pepper to taste, and some garlic powder. To this amount, I am going to add, it called for a 10-ounce package of frozen mixed vegetables, and I had a whole bag, so I just took out what I thought it might be too much. So I'm putting in what I think will be sufficient. I have been thawing the vegetables. Still got it on the heat. It was interesting. I like to look at foodstuffs, particularly, of where they made in or produced in, or like that. Looking for, of course, USA. However, at one of the places where I bought a bag of the mixed vegetables and broccoli cuts, I looked at the back of the package. The broccoli cuts said made in China. The mixed vegetables said made in Poland, which is very confusing to me. I mean, I thought we could produce our own broccoli and mixed vegetables without having to go across the sea to It was a brand that, in a bulk, that I was not familiar with anyways. But also added to the vegetables and the beef is going to be 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. And I have 2 cups in here because I'm going to add a topping to with the cheese. But this is going to be mixed in. Pretty colorful at this point.
Springy. Springy colors.
Yeah. This mixture is going to go in a 9 by 13 baking dish. Which I have greased with the spray shortening.
Can I lift it for you? Can you do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I can turn everything off. Okay, to finish it off, I have a 16-ounce package, because that was available, of buttermilk biscuits. Recipe says a 12-ounce. These are the jumbos. And I'm going to place them, they said overlapping, but I don't see how, even with the 12-ounce, with a 9 by 13 pan, I could, because I'm cutting those in half. How I would be able to overlap them and get them all the way around. So I am going to put them like this. Maybe you can. I am pushing them together, kind of. But the 12-ounce would be we'll push them together. That would come up to about the 12 anyways, so maybe I'll put okay. Now I need 1 to 2 tablespoons of melted butter or margarine, and I'm going to brush them. I've set the oven at 375. I'm going to sprinkle. Oops. I didn't do the. Biscuits. With a little dried oregano. And take the rest of the shredded cheddar cheese. Okay, goes in a 375-degree oven for 25-30 minutes to cook up those biscuits.
Let me get, okay.
There, now we'll break again, and I think we'll be coming back for you to finish your dessert when it cools, right, Gordy? Okay.
I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. Now I'm going to make my filling for my brownie pie, which is made of 1 package of cream cheese. I have a cup of sugar, a 3/4 cup of sugar, and I have some green coloring, and I have some mint flavor. I'm going to mix these up. This is a very pretty color green. And now I'm going to put in, I'm going to fold in a carton of Cool Whip. This should be made for St. Patrick's Day instead of springy color. Make sure you get it all folded in so the Cool Whip is all colored green. Scrape it from the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to put it on my top of my brownie pie. to spread it on top. And when this is cool, you take off the outside of your pan and serve it. Oops, I'm getting caught. Here we go. Then I'm going to drizzle a little chocolate on top. Okay, and that's my mint brownie pie. I'm going to put it in the freezer, in the refrigerator for a few minutes to cool it off.
Welcome back to our table. We have some yummy looking dessert there, and hopefully my biscuit topped casserole. Mine was a biscuit topped Italian casserole, because I used some oregano, I guess.
Makes it Italian. Yeah.
I started out by browning a pound of ground beef and adding some tomato sauce to it, and some liquid, which I put a beef bouillon to heighten the beef flavor. And I let that simmer for 5-10 minutes, and then I added about a 10-ounce package of frozen mixed vegetables. I let them thaw, and also 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. Maybe it should have been mozzarella cheese, but I followed the recipe. And that was put into a 9x13 baking dish, and on top I split in half either a 12-ounce can of buttermilk biscuits. I could only find a 16-ounce, so I had one biscuit left. You can either kind of overlap them, or I just put them close together so that they would cook through. Along the outside, and then sprinkled some oregano on top. Also brushed them with butter or margarine, and some shredded cheddar cheese that I had not put all into the casserole. I sprinkled that on top. That was, pretty easy casserole. Serves about 6 to 8, and went into a 375-degree oven for about 25 minutes, or until your biscuits are browned. And now I turn it over to Gordy and talk about her cream de mince brownie pie.
Well, this is what it looks like. But it's very easy to make. It's made with butter and chocolate together, and a cup of sugar, 2 large eggs, vanilla, and flour. I mixed all together and made a brownie batter and put it in my spring pan. And then when that was, I put it in the oven and baked it for 18 to 20 minutes. And when that was done, I took it out and put it in the refrigerator for just a little while. And then I made my filling, which is made of 1 cream cheese, mint flavoring, Cool Whip, semi-sweet chocolate, and mint flavoring. I mixed them all together and put it on top.
Some sugar did you put in?
I put 3/4 of a cup of sugar in, in the filling. Okay, the filling is cream cheese and sugar, mint flavoring, green food coloring, a carton of Cool Whip, and 1/4 of a cup of semi-sweet chocolate melted. And this is my mint brownie pie. If you'd like any of these recipes, please send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Dalton Community Center, 151 Park Avenue, Dalton, Mass. 01226. And that is all from our kitchen today. Have a wonderful day.